Alright folks, today we're going to do a quick video on reloading the 9x18 round with a high-tech coated lead Missouri Bullet Company 365 diameter 93 grain spetznaz round. Ludicrous advertising, but here it is. Little bitty spetznaz round. It's a lead that is coated. Brunel of 18, optimized for spetznaz ops. Sure. But we're going to show you how it's done. We're going to be using Alright, so here's what we're talking about. We're going to be using Starline Brass, new 93 grain high-tech coated lead round nose, 3.6 grain bullseye powder, 0.978 OAL, and we're going to do a roll crimp. First step is going to be sizing our Starline Brass. You can see that nice star on there. 9x18 cartridges. I decided to use 9x18. I've made them out of 9mm before. This is just a lot easier, and I'm starting with nice new brass. Alright, first we're going to go ahead and size the brass. I'm just going to use the smallest amount of case lube. Maybe 1 out of every 10 cases. And I'm just sizing it. Real simple. That's it. Because these are pre-sized, there's not really any big change. There's not a lot of pressure. It's just basically making sure. Alright. Next stage is going to be camphoring and deburring. So 1, 2, 3 twists. 1, 2, 3 twists. Make sure it feels good. There we go. Drop her in. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Alright, we're going to go ahead and bell the case mounts. This step is so we can get that lead in there nice and clean. I always take a piece of the projectile, make sure it fits in there. And I'm thinking about it to make sure it slips in nice and smooth. I want it to go about a millimeter to a millimeter and a half in there. So it's going to feed in there smoothly when I get around to it. Okay, next stage, we're going to go ahead and use the hand press. You want to make sure they're in with a little bit of space below the rim. Today we're going to be using bullseye powder. We're going with 3.6 grains of powder. Do a quick double check to make sure powder levels are even in all of them. I use a grid pattern and go through all of them. Next, we're going to place projectiles onto the top. Just seat them in a little bit, doesn't have to be too deep. Okay, sizing to 0 0.978. 0.978. Okay. They're all seated. Then we're going to back out the sizer, the hand spacer. This stage is a lot of touch. This is the roll crimping stage. I like to have some resistance, but not too much. If there's too much, I pull them off and set them over here to crimp a little bit lighter. Because these are lead, they're not going to be as uniformed as a copper style bullet. So you're just going to have to do it by touch a little bit. Some of them are going to be a little bit in and outside of what you expect, a little bit off the standard deviation. See, that one's a little loose, I just tighten it up a little bit. Too tight, loosen it just a little bit. Touch. I can't picture doing this on a progressive stage press because you're not going to have it. You're not going to have any touch when you do that. And surprisingly, a lot of these are pretty close. That was a little tight. Okay, they look good. But what do we have to do? We have to gauge them. I have a gauge. I purchased it from an American company, Unique Tech, out of New Hampshire, I believe. Shooter's box, 9mm Mac. Doesn't even say the label, but it was Unique Tech. Unique Tech. So let's go ahead and gauge these. And what we should hear is a nice tink as they drop in. Dook. See? Listen to that. That's what we like. Yoop. If you don't hear that, you screwed up. They should all fit into the gauge, nice and smooth, and make that tink. Tink. Listen. Whoa. Tink. Okay. And that's the final stage. I'll do another video of shooting it, but I already tested these. I know they're going to work, so that's why I wouldn't show them to you if I didn't think they were going to work. Have a great day, everybody. Okay, last few. Okay, that's 100%. All done. Gauge and checked, 100%.